A lot of people all over social media have been stating that Honkai Star Rail 3.0 has been a major disappointment for them. I can't state whether that is legitimate or not. I don't play Honkai Star Rail. I stopped playing it after version 1.0. I've played a lot of Genshin extensively. I played a fair amount of Zenless Zone Zero. I know all of Hoyo's games are very high quality, very enjoyable, and very fun games. But with the release of 3.0 specifically, and the release of Wuthering Waves 2.0, people have begun to make comparisons. Kydro here, one among hundreds of content creators, made a post very similar to this. Is Honkai Star Rail 3.0 storytelling really that boring / bad as many people say? Or is it just that WoA has set crazy high standards in storytelling that are hard to match? Kudo gotta teach Hoyo how to edit, man. 2.0 for Wuthering Waves, I played the entire thing, was a phenomenal expansion of the entire game, just like I've heard 1.4 is, or 1.5 is for Zenless Zone Zero. And I am of the opinion that not every major patch, or every patch in general, is going to be a big hit, right? Every game has their ups and downs. We will have good, we will have bad. But with this in mind, this reply was posted. There are no high standards. It is true that Honkai Star Rail should make less black screens, but basically it is the same as WoA. So many dissatisfied voices are heard because of the previous drama with power creep and the absence of a skip button. So this claim right here is that Honkai Star Rail's storytelling, the presentation of its narrative, is the same as WoA. Now, one common complaint I've heard across Honkai Star Rail is that we have very static movements. They don't move. They remain completely stationary during cutscenes. There's very little animation involved at all, which is a large part of telling a story, which is where this tweet comes in. Basically, it is the same as WoA. Why do people keep lying for fun nowadays? These are both the opening scenes of Amphorius and Renacida respectively. So the beginning of Honkai Star Rail patch 3.0 and the beginning of Wuthering Waves 2.0. This video does not exist to hate on or glaze any game in specific. This exists purely to see why Honkai Star Rail is considered by so many people with patch 3.0 to be inferior, why Wuthering Waves 2.0 is better. You're welcome to disagree by all means. Different people like different games, but let's go ahead here and take a look at the comparisons. The reason these comparisons exist is to provide definitive proof of which narrative presentation is better. This is the first 2 minutes of Star Rail 3.0. Okay, and so I know there are going to be people that are like, oh, well, you know, the voice actors strike and everything is preventing them from dubbing the game. And that is true. I'm not going to hold the lack of a dub here against them. But it definitely does impact people's enjoyment.
He isn't joining us for the navigation meeting. He went to the party card arrest. Don't worry about him. An unexpected destination could be a great starting point for Sunday. That's unexpected, all right. But let's not do that.
Since everyone's here, Pom-Pom will start presenting our options. First up is the oceanic planet of Lushaka. Next, we have Melustanin, the agate world.
So, like you can't tell immediately that there is a severe lack of animation, diversity, and variety here.
Expresses fuel situation.
Like Welt just raises his arm and puts it down. That's literally all he does in the cutscene. That's all anyone does in the cutscene.
The most adventurous option, the eternal land, Amphorius.
Ah, planet not recorded in the databank, and a world even Akivilius never set foot on. But if this trailblazing expedition works out, it could solve our fuel problem. Amphorius does.
And there's her hand raised.
Unlike the other options.
All right. All right, that was the first 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes, 12 seconds of Honkai Star Rail 2.0. Let's take a look at the first 1 minute, 37 seconds of Wuthering Waves 2.0. And within like the first 5 seconds, you can immediately tell that the entire thing is animated. That there is a lot of animation diversity within seconds. The camera angles.
The Black Shores welcomes your return.
The zooms. The facial expressions.
I asked you here to talk about Abby. Have you noticed an increase in its hunger or fatigue lately?
The way she moves her head, the way it focuses in on literal topic points.
Then my suspicion was correct. The unusual
Like, look at this. This
is from Abby.
This is crazy.
The change is subtle, but it's getting stronger.
Like, Honkai Star Rail might have a better story overall, but there is no way that the presentation of the story is of this quality. This right here is a JRPG style story of storytelling.
About how this might affect you, and has been asking for my help. The one I'm trying to protect might be facing danger because of me. I can sense how anxious Abby is. And
that is just the first minute 30 of 2.0, comparatively to 3.0. He did make a follow-up tweet stating, I need to nerf Wuwa a bit because some people think that it's unfair because Honkai Star Rail has no complete voice acting. Although I do not think that voice acting was the problem. Not at all. I thought even if you remove Shorekeeper and Abby, or Shorekeeper's voice acting and March 7th's voice acting and Welt's voice acting, it doesn't matter. Like, completely silent characters, the style of presentation is phenomenally different, like astronomically different. You cannot compare these two games. I choose something that is more fair. A secret encounter. This is not a main scenario quest. This is not a companion quest. This is not a world quest, not an exploration quest, or even a side quest. This is completely unvoiced. This is... Oh, this is just when you meet Camellia after completing her companion story. This is just out in the world. You can already tell that she's leaning back. She's rotating her body. Like there are so many animations present, even in something as unnecessary as this. Like 99% of players are probably gonna completely miss this. This is something that serves no purpose at all, that the vast majority of people do not even know exists. I don't look like, yeah, this isn't even a fair comparison because this, like, this isn't even WoW 2.0, this is 1.4. I'm sorry, like, it doesn't matter. The narrative presentation of Wuthering Waves just blows every other game out of the water. They just do not stand any hope whatsoever. Voiced, unvoiced, main story, not main story. I mean, dude, this right here, this tiny little side event is actually a higher quality presentation than the main story in Honkai Star Rail 3.0. Again, this is not here to hate. I saw this thread comparing them and I had to take a look because, in my opinion, even if I dislike story elements in Wuthering Waves, I cannot deny the fact that how they present their story is unrivaled. It is just the best. This right here is why Wuthering Waves is generally considered to be a new standard of storytelling. That is disregarding Carlotta as the focal point of 2.0 and Brant, Rochia, Phoebe, Zani, and everyone else that helped bring 2.0 to life. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Kudo gotta teach other devs how to do it, especially Ananta, Arknight Denfield, Azure Premilia, Neverness, Whoeverness, all the upcoming gacha games. They need to take note of what Kudo is doing and then do that or better if you want to compete. Hey, where do you think you're going? I see what you're doing there. I see you navigating on over, scrolling on over to that X button. Don't you dare. What I need you to do is take a moment, and click one of the videos that are about to appear as soon as I'm done talking. And trust me, you're gonna want it.